My daughter seated us like strangers at her wedding, so I left without a goodbye and got blamed. My daughter got married, and I drove 8 hours thinking it would be a big family day. At 5 a.m., I picked up my 78-year-old mom, then my brother, and we hit the road with coffee and my suit hanging in the back. I bought that suit months ago when the invitation showed up, like it meant I mattered. When we reached the church, my mom's legs were sore from the ride, so I held her elbow as we walked in. No one greeted us. No hug from my ex-wife. No smile from either daughter. People just streamed past us, laughing and taking pictures, like we were part of the crowd and not family. We stood at the entrance for a full minute, waiting for someone to notice. An usher finally waved us over and sat us on the groom's side, last row, behind some extended relatives. My mom whispered, "Did they run out of room?" I didn't answer, because I didn't want to say what I was thinking. The ceremony itself was beautiful. When my daughter walked down the aisle, I still felt proud, and I still teared up during the vows. Afterward, we followed everyone to the reception next door. There was a table of place cards by the door. I found ours and felt my stomach drop. Table 18, back corner, far from the head table. It was the kind of table you stick people when you don't want to deal with them. Then I saw who else was sitting there. Our old babysitter from when the girls were little. He was in his 60s now, polite, quiet, and he hadn't seen my daughters in maybe 20 years. I tried to joke, "What did you do to get punished and stuck here with us?" He just gave me a sad look and shrugged. My brother leaned in and said, "Maybe it's a mix-up." So I walked up to a woman with a clipboard and said, "Hi, I'm the bride's dad. Is this right?" She didn't even look surprised. She said, "That's the chart," and turned away. I came back to the table with my face hot. My mom kept smoothing her napkin like she could calm the room down with her hands. Dinner was a buffet, and they called tables up by number. Table 1, then 2, then 3. All the front tables standing up first while we sat there hungry. People walked back with prime rib and salmon, and the smell hit us every time they passed right by us. By the time they finally called table 18, the salmon was gone, and the good meat was mostly gone too. We got dry chicken, cold vegetables, and rolls that tasted stale. My mom ate slowly, pretending it was fine, but her eyes kept drifting toward the front like she didn't understand why we were back there. Between bites, I watched the photographer set up near the head table with a list in his hand. He called out, "Wedding party," then "Bride's family," and I waited for someone to wave us up. My ex-wife went, my daughters went, even a couple cousins went, and nobody looked our way. I walked closer and saw the list taped to his tripod, names in neat rows, and my name wasn't on it. I went to my ex-wife and said quietly, "Did they forget me?" She didn't meet my eyes and said, "Not now, please," like I was a problem to manage. Then the wedding party made their big entrance and everyone cheered. Speeches started right after. The groom's mom talked about gaining a daughter. My ex-wife stood up and gave a long speech about raising 2 strong girls after the divorce, and people clapped like she'd won an award. I sat there waiting for someone to even say my name. It didn't happen. Then friends told stories, inside jokes, laughs I wasn't part of. Time kept dragging. I asked the DJ's assistant about a father-daughter dance, and he said it wasn't on the schedule. The DJ never said, "Let's hear it for the father of the bride." Nothing. At one point, my mom squeezed my hand so hard it hurt, like she was trying to keep me steady. My brother stared at the floor, jaw tight. I watched my daughter move around the room, taking photos and hugging people. Twice, I started to walk toward her, and twice someone pulled her away for another picture, and she didn't look back. I kept telling myself, later never came. When the DJ announced the first dance was next, I looked at my brother. He nodded once. I leaned in and said, "I'm ready to go." We stood during a song change, grabbed our coats, and walked out the side door. No one stopped us. No one noticed. 30 minutes down the highway, my phone rang, and it was my youngest daughter. I answered, and she was screaming, "Where are you? You left without saying goodbye!" I said, "Tonight wasn't about me. It was about your sister. Go celebrate." She yelled, "We were trying to take family pictures and you disappeared." My chest tightened, because nobody had come to our table. Nobody had told us. Nobody had even looked our way. If someone had said one word, I would have stayed all night. She hissed, "You always make everything about you." I said, "I'm not the one who put us at table 18 in the back like strangers," and I ended the call. Now she's telling people I ditched the family photos. Was I wrong?